What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, No Name, and today is episode 14 of the Madden 20 Connected Career Mode Series video. And today it's not a game that we're going to be playing. It's right now week 9 of year 5. And today is the bye week. It's the bye week video. No game will be played. It's going to be a bye week. We're going to catch up on some stats. We're going to catch up. You guys will see film of a practice before the team goes off and probably gets a vacation and gets some rest and prepare for the next game, which will be on the road in Tennessee. But here is some of the stats you guys see. You guys saw Zach. He's leading the league in passing. You guys see a lot of the guys that are on my team, a lot of the receivers that are on my team are right now leading a lot of the categories in terms of receiving, like yardage, touchdowns. You guys see Terrence Glover. He's in the top 10 in catches, receptions, and touchdowns. He's only in his, I think, he's only in his third year in the league. I think I've said this multiple times. I think he has the potential to be I think he has the potential to be a top 5 receiver in the game. And if we're able to win Super Bowls together and stuff like that, I think he can easily put together a Hall of Fame resume. I think it will definitely be valid. You do that, and you guys see the most kicked field goal, and you guys see kicking. You guys see the most kicked field goals have been kicked by Shane Dillon, so that means we are not getting in the end zone enough. But you guys see one of the quarterbacks that was put into the universe. His name is Damon Daly. He is from Louisville. I think this is his 4th year in the league. His team is right now rolling right now. I believe this team is 5-2. They've won their last 4 games. He's been playing well. And actually, you also are going to see later on that a lot of these quarterbacks that has been put into our universe that are very interesting guys. You guys see some of the years that he's had. He hasn't really thrown for a lot of yards yet, which is kind of surprising with the way that the NFL is nowadays. But his yards has gone up over the years. But you guys see, outside his second year, he's been, in terms of touchdown to interception ratio, he's been extremely accurate with the football. I mean, look at his completion percentage. His lowest is 65% in his first 4 years. That is saying something to me. That's saying something. That's pretty much telling me that most of the time when he's throwing the football, he is now at the market. You guys see, he's already inked to big time contracts. I think 7 years in total. It's going to be 7 years worth $108 million. He deserves every single penny. I think they've done a great job. But you guys see, he's the 2nd pick overall in the 2021 NFL draft. You guys see, there's another quarterback. His name is Colt Tobin. You guys see, he had to wait 2 years for his opportunity, but I don't know. I don't want to get anybody mad. Washington, they moved on from Dwayne Haskins. God rest his soul. And they decided to go with Colt Tobin as their quarterback, and that decision's kind of paid off. And he's been inked to a really big contract. I think, from what I can tell, over $40 million. Over $50 million over the next 3 years, which I think he completely deserves it. And I think Washington's definitely found their man. I think sacks is definitely one of the things that they definitely need to work on, because I think he's been sacked the second most out of any quarterback next to Zach Phillips, which is not something you would want to be talked about as the most. But you guys see some of the numbers that he's been putting up. You guys see a lot of the games. There has not been one game that he hasn't taken a sack. Not just a sack, multiple sacks, which should be a concern for teams moving forward. But you guys see Jameis Winston, Deshaun Watson up there, Lamar Jackson, what the season he's having, the Ravens are having. John Herndon. This is the quarterback that we're going to be going against next week. And he actually was in the same draft class as Zach Phillips, Kevin Zimmerman, Kane Markham. Like, these last couple of draft classes for quarterbacks have been extremely loaded. So and the thing is with John Herndon, I think him and Zach have definitely been very much had similar stories. Both of them went to junior college, had to wait for the opportunity. But I think Zach Zach had to wait just a tad bit longer for his opportunity compared to John. And John, he immediately was able to start coming out of JUCO. And now he's in the NFL 6'6", out of Northwestern, 228. And now he's in his 5th year. And you got to see the seasons that he's had. Outside of those second and third year, the yardage hasn't really gotten up to 4,000 yards since his first year. But even he's now on a big time deal. The only person, and guess what? I think that contract is now 6 years, $94.4 million. That is a big time extension. You guys are going to see Zach's contract that he actually signed the year after he was drafted. And you guys see Danny Malone. You guys see he actually, I believe, got drafted a year after Damon Daly. Those two. It's going to be exciting to actually see those two go head to head, especially with the team that Pittsburgh has with the tight end. I think a lot of you guys are going to be very interested in see how his career is going to develop down the road. And his name, and let's see if we can find it here. His name is Alan Carmichael. And surprisingly, he's actually having a down year, in my opinion. And it's like, that is a down year in my opinion, for him. But you guys see, his yardage has gone down every single year that he's been in the NFL. His touchdowns, the touchdowns actually went up at one point. Then it's kind of gone down, and right now he's actually on pace to having his worst season within his first 4 years of his career. And I don't know what's been happening. I don't know if they've been throwing more outside and stuff like that, but I think he's easily still one of the better tight ends in football. You guys see DeAndre Hopkins is having a little bit of a down year, but you guys see, we actually had the league leader in receiving yards in Hunter Renfrow, which should show you something that we have been, I think at times we've been forced to throw the football a little bit more than I think even Zach wants. And you guys see Zach is right now leading the league in passing yards, but he only has, I believe, 12 touchdowns to show for it. But here's another quarterback that we put into this universe. He actually was in the same draft class as Damon Daly. His name is Roy Landry. He actually got drafted to the Carolina Panthers. He's now their starting quarterback. A lot of these guys aren't really that mobile quarterbacks. He's actually developed really nicely. And the guy I want to hear, some of these guys I did touch a little bit to them to be stars, for them to be great players coming out of the gate. But here's the thing. A lot of these receivers, a lot of these guys and stuff like that, I didn't touch them. I only touched their development trait. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can be stars, because sometimes it's hard for them to jump up to superstardom. But you guys see the numbers. Yeah, it's not eye-popping, but the efficiency is there with a lot of guys, and Carolina has rewarded him with the extension. They have been to the playoffs a couple times since he's been there, and I think he's been playing, and he hasn't really played like a top 10 quarterback, but he's played efficient. And I think Carolina's definitely found their guy. Carson Wentz is still on that deal of his, and you guys see that we're gonna go look at some of these other quarterbacks here. You guys see Roy Landry, Kane Markham, but this guy named William Kelly, he got drafted, I think, 2 years ago, and the Giants haven't really had that much success in the series in general, but I think there's definitely a good chance, because he was actually a late round pick. He's definitely made the most of his opportunity to be in the Giants starting quarterback, and I think there's. Because by the way, guys, he took over for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is right now in Atlanta, and seeing the numbers that he's put up, they definitely do need to give him more help. But now we're moving on to Kevin Zimmerman. I don't think there's any question outside of Zach Phillips. Maybe this has by far been the most consistent quarterback in any of the draft classes over the last 4 seasons in this universe. Just look at the numbers. First season, 28-10. Second season, 30-10. Next season, 38-9 with a 4,000 passing yard season. And by the way, that season he won MVP and went 14-2. Unfortunately, they ended up losing in the first round. Next year, 33-10. In this next year, he's right now at 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. A little bit of a down year. But you guys just look at the numbers. He's been playing well ever since he stepped foot in the league, and his efficiency, a lot of these quarterbacks' efficiency has been great. Ever since, and he has the biggest contract out of any of the quarterbacks. Out of any of the quarterbacks so far, 6 years, $111 million, and he deserves it because he's without question accomplished more than most quarterbacks that has came into this universe so far. And you guys see Zach Phillips. He actually signed his contract heading into 2. But you guys look at his contract. He's only getting paid $98.1 million. That's a little bit less than some of these other quarterbacks, less than John Hernan and some of these other quarterbacks. But you look at Damon Daly's contract, he's getting paid $108 million. And the seasons that Zach has been able to put together since he's been in New England kind of shows that there's a good chance. Because after this year, next year is Zach's contract year. I think everybody wonders what type of money Zach's going to be asking for when that time comes. But now let's go to the practice, and now let's go to the practice here, guys. And you guys see, just it's pretty easy. Very easy. Blitz, going against the blitz and that type of stuff. It's pretty easy. This is an easy gold and stuff like that. But this is the last practice before this team will go hit the bye. Enjoy some time with the fam, which is important in life. Make sure you guys enjoy some downtime in life. And make sure you guys enjoy the breaks that you have. Don't put yourself in overdrive. Don't burn yourself out. Trust me, I've done that before. It never, ever goes out well for me. You guys see? We got the gold. And that's a good bye week practice. We will do 2 or 3 more things. We'll look at the team stats just so you guys get a little more familiarity with the team stats and all that other stuff. And we will also, I forgot to do scouting, but we will play against the Tennessee Titans, by the way. And if you want to know a little bit more about the Tennessee Titans, and we did get an upgrade there. As you guys know, the Tennessee Titans, they're not really that good they have a good offense and stuff like that. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the game, but they do not have a good defense. And we're definitely going to have to exploit that, You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to have to exploit that. I was going to think, and yeah, we are going to go to the standings here. Here it is. So you guys see the best record in the AFC is right now, or actually in the NFL is right now, belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars at 6-1. They have won, I believe, at least 4 in a row. In the NFC, you guys see the Cardinals and Cowboys are right now tied for the lead at 5-2. And you guys see, it's not really that strong of a conference right now. We'll see if any of those teams can go on runs to end the year. But you guys see where we're ranked at right now. It's a very competitive AFC, especially in the AFC North. A lot of teams, all of them pretty much have winning records. So it's going to be tough to get into the playoffs. Playoffs in the AFC. I don't think a 9-7 record would do it. I think 10 wins is definitely a stretch. But we're definitely going to have to see what happens. But you guys saw on the news panel that Kyler Murray actually ended up tearing his rotator cuff and he's done for the year. Now, and you guys see the guy's going to be, I'm all over the place. The guy's going to be taking over for him. His name is going to be Brian Weber, a 4-year guy from UCLA. And you guys see this guy named Perry. I forgot his name. I didn't see him because now I'm somewhat rushing. I'm recording this late at night. But you guys see Dalvin Cook was hurt. So you guys see how the dynamic that offense is. So those 2 guys are going to have replacements. Have guys to replace them until they get back. Kyler's not coming back for the rest of the year. But you guys see the schedule. For after the bye, you guys see the Titans, the Jets at home at 4-15, the Dolphins, 49ers on the road, Dolphins on the road, and the Bills on the road. Then we end the season in week 16, week 17, 2 straight home games against the Bengals and the Seahawks. Now, the Jets are not really a good team. The Titans are a good team. The 49ers are right now a good team. The Dolphins are a good team, obviously. The Bills. And by the way, I think we just heard that Kane Markham just got hurt in their football game, which kind of just shows that he's going to be out until about week 16, which that's something that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. But here are the stats, and you guys see Jordan Howard's not going to be back until that Dolphins game like I just talked about. But it's definitely been a great season. I wouldn't say great season. It's definitely been a season of ups and downs. But you guys see the sacks that have been given up. This is something that we're going to have to work on after the bye week. We're going to have to get better in the second half of the season, which is pass protection. And if we can have the pass protection and run blocking, I think we should be able to make some hay and go on a run and start winning some games. So we got a lot of things we got to work on, honestly, coming out of the bye week. Hopefully we can shore those up, but we have a lot of tough games. We got a lot of tough games in the second half of the season. And it's definitely going to be a challenge, but I believe in my team that we can respond in kind. So that's going to actually do it for the bye week video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Salute. Peace out.